born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Monday, May 12th, 2025, 3:30 in the afternoon. And we are going to do a live trade using our simple but proprietary trading indicators. Here at Forex Smart Trade, we teach people to trade with our tools. We think they're very accurate and profitable. And we do these live trades to demonstrate it for you. In fact, we're so confident that once we've trained you to trade, we'll let you trade with our money and split what you make. So it's a win-win for both of us. With that, we need to listen to this guy first, and then we'll see what the market has for us. All right.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
As I said, the purpose of this session is so that you can kind of evaluate how well the indicators perform, and if it's something you might like to trade with. The best way to evaluate it is actually just to sign up for our trading trial for $10. I give the $10 to charity, and we'll set you up with the indicators. We'll give you some one-on-one instructions. We'll send you out daily trade pattern alerts, as well as the overnight trade setup, so that you can get the evidence that you need to decide, one, that it works, and two, that it's for you. I do 3 live trades a week, this one and tomorrow morning and Thursday morning. Every afternoon, so long as it's not a holiday. I also send a trade setup at around 4:15. When you become a member, we do trades every morning at 10 a.m., every evening at 6 p.m. We send out a trade pattern alert between 8:30 and noon. Today's closed profitably. I like to work off of a little checklist that helps me make sure I don't forget anything. And as you can see, I'm already starting to forget some stuff. Checklists have been shown to improve performance. During the session, I don't really take any questions because I'm kind of focused on, with 30 minutes, I'm focused on getting the trade done and finding something. But if you do want to talk, best way to do that is just to schedule some time with me, and you can schedule time with me at forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. I also have office hours every Wednesday at 12:30, where you can just click on the Zoom link and connect with me. Good habits every day when you're using the green chart is to refresh it so it clears out the memory. In fact, I did it this morning. My computer's a little slow, so probably when we get done with this, or after I send out the overnight trade, I'm going to reboot the entire computer because it's seems to be lagging a little bit. Another habit that you should have in your trading toolbox is it is very, very helpful to go back and take a look at the trades that didn't go the way that you thought. And because our indicators have a simulator built in, you can go back to that specific time that you took the trade and see exactly what it was telling you. And more often than not, you missed something, or you'll find a nuance that, hey, when this exists, it is a better trade. And I had one of our students go back over the overnight trade setup for a year. And he came and found, in studying it, he found several improvements. I'm studying the improvements that he's given, so I haven't incorporated them yet. But there's information to be gleaned, and the more time you spend looking at it, especially when things didn't go as you anticipated, there's information there. Oh, excuse me. We are technical traders. We're trading based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at giving us the direction of a move. And if we can figure out the direction of the move, we can make a little bit of money on it. Doesn't matter if it's going up or going down. All we need is movement and being able to anticipate that movement. News does impact currency prices, so we want to know what scheduled news events there are so we can trade around them. And I like to find those scheduled news events on Forex, forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into kind of three components. That brings you up to what the next news event is. Yellow is low impact. We ignore those. Orange is medium impact. Actually, I'm not sure why they gave this a medium impact, because this was. Now, some people do pay attention to orange items. And when President Trump speaks, he does have, usually this should be a red, so I'm not sure why it's not a red, but, and he did move the market. He was announcing what was already announced earlier on the tariff things, but still, when he speaks, it does move things. And then red, which are high impact. These are guys we want to trade around. Right now, any trade that we take now will be done well before this 2 a.m. item. And I'll think about how I want to incorporate it into the overnight trade. But now, so we've got clear sailing, basically. The trade I am going to do, we've got a dozen different signals. The trade that I principally trade with is something called the 10-point trade signal. It focuses, there's three parts to the chart: majors and minors, the TNTs, and the pressure. Basically, what we're trying to do is get all three sections to agree. Each section is measuring something different. And when we get all three measuring, coming back with a buy or a sell, that's usually a pretty good indication we're going to get the move we're looking for. So let's take a look and see what we've got. The chart I'm trading off of is something called the Light 6 Major. It's one of our standard charts. It is a composite chart that has 6 different currency pairs. In this case, they're all US based. I start with the middle section of the chart, which are the majors and minors. And I am looking for situations where we are, the red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. I am looking for situations where we are oversold. The lines are below the red line, horizontal red line, and the lines are going up. And I want to kind of ride it through the channel here. So you can kind of see over here on the dollar Swiss franc, everything turned up, rode it through the channel. You got 2 big green candles, came up, turned, and now it's coming back. So So here, this is a very nice signal. One, we're oversold. Two, all the lines are going up. Three, I've got what I call a double cross, where the green line is crossed over the red line and the gray line is crossed over the black. So the green's on top and the gray's on top. And four, I want the green line to slope more than 45 degrees. And this is almost like an 85-degree slope. So I've got everything I want. I will consider a trade so long as the green line is hasn't passed the halfway mark, and it's right there right now. I don't mind that the miners have run through the channel. I'm interested in the position of the green line. I also like that the line here has gone from less steep to more steep. There's a little kink in the line here, so that's a plus. So I've got all four elements that I'm looking for here. When I have all four elements I'm looking for here, I jump up to my TNTs and I count how many lines are supporting the buy signal I see here. So the two orange lines are going up telling me buy. And the blue lines are inverted. So when blue goes down, that means buy. So thick blue's coming down. So three of the four are telling me buy. I want to have at least three or four of the lines telling me buy. So I've got the three lines telling me buy. Then I go to the pressure, which is down here, and I want these lines either going up or I want the green line on top. So I have the green line on top. That's a point. I also like this because the green line is pulling away from the red line, starting to turn upward, even though it hasn't turned yet. So 1 point, 4 points, 3 points. So I've got 8 points here. When I see everything I like here, I do a second confirmation. And that second confirmation is looking at a full chart. So here is a full chart for the AUD/USD. And the full chart has, instead of multiple pairs, it has just one pair, Australian dollar, US dollar, but multiple time periods. So a 2 hour, a 4 hour, an 8 hour, 12 hour day. I want to see that the 2 hour and the 4 hour are oversold. So it is, and it's actually going up. It doesn't need to be going up. Like on the 4 hour, it's oversold, and this is sideways. I want both oversold. The reason I want both oversold is that if those two are oversold, there's less of a chance of me getting stopped out, of it continuing to go down so far that it's going to take me out of the trade, because it's much harder to have to come back from a stop, being stopped out, and recover that to get back to break even. So I've got what I like here. So since I've got the confirmation, on some of the trades we do, the take profit is predetermined. It might be 3 pips or 5 pips. It might be a percentage of the ATR. In this case, this is a look at the chart and determine what the take profit is. So we're going to take a look at a full chart and see if we can figure out what the take profit is. So here is the AUD/USD. And what I have done is I've dropped some support and resistance in here. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And those stopping spots, since I want to get in and get out within an hour, those stopping spots become the range within which I trade to get that trade so that it closes quickly. And you can see, like here, it stopped where the candles seem to naturally stop. And I extend it out so I get more data points. See in here, it seems to stop over here, in here. I'm going to crunch it up a little bit so we can see. And let's see here. Originally, I draw these two lines, and usually on a Euro USD, these are about 30, 40 pips apart. Here, there seemed to be another stopping spot kind of in the middle. So I kind of drew this in, And then what I want to do is I want to see how much room we have from where we are to that next spot. So that's only 5 pips up. 5 pips up is hardly 6 pips up. Kind of not worth it. Up to here, 23 pips. And just for the heck of it, 24 pips. So let's do one more up to just here. 18 pips. And then how many pips down to this line? You can see it up in the top left there, 8.5 pips. 6 pips. Trying to decide if it's worth taking a 6-pip trade. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take it. So if you're working in your simulator, let's just double check one more thing before we. Let's open up your MetaTrader. We'll go to Australian dollar, US dollar. This is a demo account, Australian dollar, US dollar. I'm going to click new order. And go to market execution buy. It records it. I am going to right click, go to modify. And we're going to go for 6 pips. 6 pips. If I right click and it brings up this menu, 6 clicks is 60 points. I click the little blue button and it does the math for me. We use a 3-to-1, so 18 pip stop loss. Add an extra 0, record it. And I want to see where it is on what we had drawn before. And we're at 63,746. So we're at 63,744. All right, so that's the 6 pips that we wanted. Now, and I just want to confirm, I'm going to read these numbers to you in just a second. All right, so we're good there. Because this by itself is a buy signal on the 2-hour chart. Oversold, everybody's going up, double cross, steepness greater than 45 degrees. 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines coming down, all 4 here. Down pressure with green on top. So this by itself is a buy signal. Because we have the buy signal here, I am going to take a second trade on the, and I didn't change my, I didn't get my lot size right. Gosh darn it. Let's, normally the lot size would be 1.23. I'd move this decimal place over, so the lot size is way bigger. But I'm going to take another one for just a lot size of 1. Hopefully there'll be enough margin here to do that. And I am going to go right click, modify. And here I'm going to go back and I am going to go take more pips, because we've got it on the 2-hour chart. And I think it'll break that line. And then once it breaks that line, it will go somewhere. It will go up to maybe here. So we're going to take one for 18 pips. We're not going to go all the way up to the line, but we'll go midway in here. So we're going to take another trade for 18 pips. So 18 pips is 180 points. And I'm going to just keep it. I'm going to use a 1-to-1 here, because when we look at our support and resistance, when we look over here, it hasn't traded down here in a while. It was a week ago when it traded down here. Let's see. Hasn't traded down here in a while. So 18 pips is adequate to keep us protected. So let me read the trades to you. So we took a buy for 6 pips on the AUD USD with a take profit of 0.63744, 0.63744, and a take stop loss of 0.63503, stop loss of 0.63533. And then we took a second buy because we had the 2-hour chart also giving us a signal for 18 pips on the AUD USD with a take profit of 0.63860, 0.63860, and a stop loss of 0.63500. I expect the 6 pip trade to probably close by 9 o'clock, and because we're running up into the new trading day starts at 5 p.m. and between 5 and 6 p.m. although you can trade, the brokers raise their spreads, so not much trading goes on. So trading picks back up again at 6 o'clock. So it may take an hour or two for it to pick up again. So by 9 o'clock on that first trade, and by midnight on the second trade. If you want to learn to trade, the best way to do it is find somebody who's good at it and get them to teach you. You need the right tools and the right training to be good at this. Because trading currency, the brokers give you so much leverage, you can make a lot of money. The reverse is also true, that you can lose a lot of money. So it's important that you have kind of the right protections in place. And because we're so confident when we coach somebody, we will let them trade with our money once they've been trained. We're keeping an eye on what you're doing. And if you're starting to go south, we're going to step in and figure out what you're doing wrong and correct it. We know the indicators work. The issue will be whether you follow what we tell you to do and you don't let your emotion get in the way, and that you're coachable. If you're coachable, we can teach you to do this. All right, have a terrific evening. I will see you tomorrow morning at 6:30. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.